Okay, so Russell Westbrook is now a Laker. Wow. I just realized that most of my friends were either already Lakers fans or have Russ as their favorite player. So I guess now most of my friends are Lakers fans. Anyways, the Lakers send Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, KCP, and their number 22nd first round pick to Washington for Russell Westbrook. That creates the Laker big three of LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook. And as LeBron posted on his Instagram, that's Brow X Brody X King. That's as formidable of a big three as you can get. So here's my take on it. Honestly, LeBron and Russ are probably the best slashers in the league. And although AD is as durable as paper, if he is healthy, he's probably the best big in the league as well. LeBron probably won't be running the show all the time, so knowing how athletic of a beast Russ is, there'll be times when the ball's in Russ' hands. I can picture him getting a head of steam and beating his man. He can lob it to AD, he can force help defenders to rotate to guard him. LeBron can cut off his drives or vice versa, so the Lakers are probably going to dominate the paint and in transition. And with Drummond on the floor, they are still a really tall team. I mean, besides their backcourt, everyone else is 6'9" and above. LeBron's 6'9", AD 6'10", Drummond is 6'10", Gasol is 6'11", so they're going to give a lot of smaller teams a lot of issues. My only fear for the Lakers is come playoff time, teams just going to build a wall like they do to stop Giannis. But the difference here is the Bucks have good three-point shooting in Chris and Drew. I mean, you got Pat Connaughton off the bench who gives them good threes, so teams can't just pack the paint and leave the threes open. But with the Lakers, teams probably settle for Laker threes. I mean, the Lakers are a poor three-point shooting team. They got exposed last season with their three-point shooting. They were the second worst three-point shooting team in the playoffs, shooting only 29.9% from the three. And they were ranked 21st in the regular season, so trading for Russ doesn't really help their shooting at all. I think the rumored Buddy Hield trade, that was a much better fit. So Buddy Hield instead of Russ. Buddy Hield had the second most 3-points made, shooting 39.1% of his threes. That's only behind one other player, which is obviously the best shooter of all time, Stephen Curry. So having Buddy Hield next to LeBron and AD just makes more sense to me. Like, teams are going to double AD, they're going to double LeBron, so someone's going to be open. Obviously, they're going to leave Russ open. I mean, the lane is going to be clogged anyways, so with the Lakers' lack of shooting, is Russ just going to chuck up a bunch of bad mid-ranges and bad threes? Are we going to have a Russell Westbrook all over again, like when he was next to KD? Like, when you have KD on the team, why is Russ taking your shots? But in this case, you don't have any other better shooters, so you're just going to live with, Russ's bad volume threes. He's going to chuck up a bunch of 2s and 3s and just pray some of them go in. Here's an interesting fact. Marc Gasol is statistically the best three-point shooter on the Lakers roster right now. Wait, let me repeat that. Marc Gasol is the best three-point shooter on the Lakers. Like what? Marc Gasol is 36, and he definitely isn't as good as he was back in his Raptors days. Looking at the team right now, Russ is probably taking the third most shots on the team behind AD and LeBron. So my fear is, are the Lakers just going to rely on Russ's bad efficiency on his, volume mid-ranges and threes? I feel like that's just not a sustainable offense. I mean, Russ is going to get you his triple-doubles, and he can score a lot of points, but then when you look at the box score and you see the amount of shots he's taken and his efficiency, it's just not that great. I don't know, I guess we'll have to wait and see when the season starts. I'm going to talk about the salary next, but that's where some more problems arise for the Lakers. According to Bobby Marks, they have 121 million locked up in LeBron, AD, and Russ. So that puts them at 6 million under the luxury tax. That's the projected for next season. So that doesn't leave them much money left over. They traded their first rounder away as part of the deal for us. Their previous best shooter in KCP is gone. Kuzma is gone. Harrell is gone. Caruso is a free agent. THT is a free agent, Schroeder is a free agent, Drummond is also a free agent. So looking at their starting lineup right now, they start AD at power forward. You want another center next to him, I guess that's Drummond if he's there, or maybe that's Gasol, but ideally Gasol comes off the bench. But then again, they don't have any other centers. You got LeBron and you got Russ, and you play another wing player. Is that wing player Wesley Matthews? I mean, ideally you want a better wing than that as well. So looking at the roster right now and with the people they have left in their starting lineup, that's not looking that great. And as I said, they don't have much money to work with since they've got 121 million locked up in their big three. So it might be the Nets all over again, where all the money's in their big three and they have no bench. And arguably I'd say Brooklyn is probably in a better position. I mean, regardless, this is still a LeBron-led team, and it's always hard to bet against the King, so we'll see what the front office can do, and anyways, that's my take. But like I said again, this is a LeBron-led team, and LeBron tends to make players play better. I mean, like what he did with Dwight Howard, how he got Dwight Howard to steal into his role. So I'm sure LeBron will probably convince Russ to take less bad volume shots, I guess, and, he'll work his magic, and I'm sure they'll be fine. Anyways, that's my take. As I said, hope you guys enjoyed, and take care.